Good morning, everyone. How you doing? So I'm gonna continue on with the landscaping. I picked up a bunch of these little cups at like a store. Oh, by the way, I got a bunch of these little containers. They're for like spices, chili powder, grated cheese, you name it. I got a bunch of these that we used up, and I put the turf in there, and it has a little shaker type thing on the top. So your family uses spices to cook with, let them know that you can use it. I got a couple of them here. So got one here that was parsley, and I got another one here for another spice container. So yeah, just wash these out when you're done with them and stick some ground foam in them. You know, I get my turf in the little bags. I got these bags for about $2 each on sale. Hopefully I can take a lot of it. Okay. Okay, I got a little bit more further along, but I ran into some problems. The glue is just spilling down the side, obviously, because it's, you know, it's a mountain. It's spilling down the side. But it caused a lot of paint to come off this particular rock. The glue that's been spilling down went over the top of this rock, and you can see that this was pretty nicely painted up, and now there is big blotches of white showing. And it's dripping down here. We got a big drip line coming down here. So I have an idea, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, what I got so far, which means I'm going to have to wait overnight. But I don't want to destroy something. I don't want to destroy the rest of my rocks and remove all the paint off of them from the glue, because that would be horrible. So this is my plan. I'm not exactly sure it's going to work, but I want to flip the layout on its side so I can actually pick the entire layout up, and this here would actually be flat. So this is the mountain area flipped on its side right here, but I think it's going to allow me to gain access a little bit better, because I had problems with the glue spilling down. It took some paint off here and off of some of the rocks. So I think I might, it's still concaves. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get it perfectly flat, but I think I'll be able to add at least more plants and stuff to this facing a lot easier. Okay guys, I'm back. So I have my stuff. I have paper towel. I have glue ready. I have a little palette of all the different kind of coarse turfs I have. So I have, oh no, this is light green coarse turf, and this is light green underbrush. You can tell how different tones I have. This is medium green coarse turf, and this is medium green underbrush. And then I also have medium green bushes. As you can see, these two greens are labeled the same, and so are these, but they are actually different colors. And then these are olive bushes. So this gives me a good palette of different size and clumps of different bushy material and different colors. Okay guys, so this is really the area that I've been working on. I know it was hard to see from the angle that I was at, but I've been working here on this corner. Like I said, I've just been using regular like white glue. I'm using scenic glue, but you could use Elmer's glue. And I'm just putting the glue on with a Q-tip, and then I'm taking the coarser turf and underbrush type material. I do have some bushy material here. The bushy material is a little harder, so it's a little harder to get on. You have to put a lot of the white glue, and what I'm doing is taking that and sticking the glue. I have a glue here on a plate, and I'm sticking it on. It's messy. It's not like I am getting some of this stuff on the floor and stuff, but I don't think I would have been able to got this on any other way without putting the layout on its side. going to let that dry for several hours today, and I'll flip over the layout and see what falls off and what stays. So the layout's back the way it should be sitting. I think it looks pretty good as a base. Like I said, I think there's some areas that it can lighten up a bit. I think it's a little dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it with some lighter ground foams. I do have some like other stuff that kind of makes some wildflower and stuff like that. I'm going to throw a little of that in there too. But I want to lighten up some of the darker areas just a little bit. And I might want to even pull off a little bit of that stuff, especially like maybe in here. Maybe it's a little too clumpy down there. But I think it looks pretty good. It's a pretty good start. Flipping that on its side did work really good to get a lot of that bushy material in there that I wanted to get in there. Like I said, I want to add a little bit of some olive bushes in there. I do want to add a little viney material over some of the rocks, and I would like to maybe open up some of the area where it's a little too green, and maybe show a little of the earth area underneath, just a little bit more. And here you can see the gray ballast starting to mix with the black. This is black and gray mixed, and then as it goes down through here, it starts going almost pure black, like coal would be if it drops down the center of the track to go up the conveyor belt into the coal tower that will be placed right alongside this concrete pad. And I also added the rest of the ballast up to here. I did stop at this little this little switch here, so I want to get anything in there. So that's all done. I still have a little bit more ballasting to go, but I got quite a bit of it done, and so I did that this week too.